welcome to Titanium Palace Tarot, and today I'll be doing a reading for Leos, okay? So this is for anybody who has anything related to Leo in their chart. If you do, great. If you don't, great as well. You probably have a message in here for you, so keep an ear out. And if you are a cross-watcher, I welcome you with open arms, because heaven knows I was a cross-watcher for many a video myself, so I get you and I got you. Now, I will be mentioning the decks I use as I use them. If not, they will be in the description box below. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Leos, I'm a Leo rising myself, let's get into our cards. Yeah. That was forceful. So, please, angels, Four of Winter want to pop out. These angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Arieses. No, Leos, I did Aries. Please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos. Please come forward and share what they should expect. Justice and the Lovers popped out. Please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos. And you got the Ace of Winter, which is the Ace of Swords in this deck. And the Justice card at the bottom of the deck. Interesting. Which is Libra energy. I'm a Libra Sun, Scorpio Moon, Leo Rising. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what else they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good, too many, who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good. And we have the Ten of Winter. It's coming to an end. The King of Spring at the bottom of the deck with the Awakening card and the Renewal card and the Ten of Autumn and the Nine of Summer and the Nine of Autumn. Whoa, that is a lot. Fortune after difficulty, as Minnow Pond says. Well, Chris from Minnow Pond. Yeah. Write that down. Hashtag. Interesting. So, please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, Princess of Winter, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what we should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides. Nay, I had a fuse. Anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. And it'll come back out if it's meant to. Please, angels and guides. And you have the Two of Autumn with the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. And the Eight of Winter. And the Eight of Autumn. And Eight of Spring. Okay. And the Two of Summer as well. Okay. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good, and you have the World. Aries got this. With the King of Summer at the bottom of the deck. Yep. Aries got that too. Aha. Now, I'm going to clarify with the Brian Froud's Fairy Oracle. Okay. So first set of cards, you have the Ace of Winter and the Justice card. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides. Singer of Transfiguration popped out, pointing towards the left. Yep. The Singer of Courage and the Maiden at the bottom, as well as Nellis the Alchemist behind that. And Arvel Parrot behind that. Okay, so now for the second set, you have the Ten of Winter, the King of Spring, the Awakening card, the Renewal, the Ten of Autumn, the Five of Winter, the Nine of Summer, and the Nine of Autumn. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share why all these cards are here in the upright for them. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, clarify. And you got the Fawn. And as I was shuffling, for some reason I felt like I was in the airport. With the, with Mikkel and Muckle, followed by, are we going somewhere? The Fairy Godmother. And the Singer of the Chalice. And the Bright Mother. Actually, I'm going to write that down because it's pretty awesome. I don't know what that means, so. Are we leaving? Where are we going? Who are we meeting? What we doing? I have many questions now. To some extent, I'm clairvoyant now, but I'm starting. I'm just starting, so. I still don't have complete understanding of how these work. So what I know is that they come in what's the word, like they're like dreams. So they come as riddles, or it's like something that they would do in it's like it's a riddle. It's like a riddle. Okay, so the third set, excuse me, I was like all up in my head. Third set, you have the Two of Autumn, the Hermit, the Eight of Spring, and the Two of Summer. to summer. So, please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share why all these cards are here in the upright for them. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week. Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share what they should expect for the coming week by clarifying the third set. And you got the Dark Lady, followed by the Fairy Guide, and the Singer of Connection, and Geo the Slow, as well as List of the Shadows, and He of the Fairy Sword. Now I have to mention He of the Fairy Sword in the reverse. I have to mention that I felt like you were waiting, like I was waiting for someone in the airport. Sylvanus and himself. Okay. Write that down. Waiting or seeing someone off? Alright, now for the last set you have the World and the King of Summer. So please, angels and guides, are you expecting a King of Summer? Are we expecting a King of Summer? Please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and share. And the first idea that came to mind is someone from the southern hemisphere. Well, I'm in the north, so like, I'd be like, why would someone, okay, someone would come here, it would, I'd say, if it were the king of winter, I'd say like, okay, so might possibly be a person from a country from the northern hemisphere, but for some reason I'm getting the impression that it's someone who comes from the southern hemisphere and they are moving into summer now, right? So as we are moving into like, they are currently in spring, they're moving into summer while we are in autumn and moving into winter. So please, angels and guides, anyone for the highest good who has a message. Journeyman popped out. Please come forward and share. Please come forward and clarify the fourth set. Please, angels and guides, anyone from the highest good who has a message for my Leos, please come forward and clarify the fourth set. And you got the Glankener with the Soul Shrinker. I'm laughing because like the three worst cards in the deck, well, worst cards relatively speaking, interesting, but behind those three worst cards depends, right? You have like great cards. So you have the Glankener, the Soul Shrinker, the Jihobaya, which are the worst cards in this deck, at least I find, by looking at them. And the cards that came after, alright, the Fairy who was kissed by the Pixies, which is the happiest card in this deck. Alright. The Fairies of the Future, which is something's coming, followed by Ecstasis. talks about ecstasy, joy, rapture, and motivation. I mean, like, hell, damn, we got some good cards after some. I feel like fortune after difficulty. Didn't I say that? I said, Chris from Minnow Pond says that too. Yeah. Fortune after difficulty. What? Yeah. Okay. So, let us begin, shall we? Okay. The first card, you guys, got my gorgeous and fellow Leos. Alright, is the Ace of Winter, which is the Ace of Swords in this deck. It says, don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So you're going to get an idea, basically. It's a new idea that you shouldn't be deterred by trying it out, is what I'm getting. Because you'll win in the end. I see the Justice card, which is a Libra card. I'm a Libra sun myself. Okay. Is take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decision. Yeah. Das ist gut. Now the reason why you're being prompted to not be deterred by challenges along the way, and that because you will win in the end, is because you have done a ton of transformation within yourself. You have shifted and changed stuff. Okay, so for those for whom this has happened, this card, you have brought change into your reality. This is for those for whom this has happened. For those for whom this hasn't happened yet, it just means that cards pointing towards the left to me mean that they're happening slowly or they happened in the past. So for those for whom this happened in the past, you've changed. You changed so much that whatever you're doing, whatever you plan on doing next, is going to go well. Okay? And for those for whom this hasn't happened yet, the transformation, okay, probably because there's something you're not allowing yourself, is what I'm intuitively getting. That's when you have the Singer of Courage. Now the Singer of Courage talks about bravery, sublimation of fear, and moral strength. For those for whom this has happened, the Singer of Transformation happened, you needed a lot of courage to do whatever this is. And for those for whom this will happen, okay, it's this change, the transformation is going to demand a lot of courage on your part. Then you have the Maiden. Now the Maiden talks of auspicious beginning, birth, hope, growth, and joy. I wrote blank slate on this card because it made me think of the Fool, except it's like prior than the Fool, because the Fool starts every situation like a new one, like he has no baggage, like he doesn't have any experience whatsoever. Even if he does, okay, his experience is to start everything anew, as if you've had no experience of anything else from the past, so it won't taint your current reality. Now the Maiden is a baby, so whatever current reality she's going through, it is her first time, so she has absolutely no reference to anything prior, is what I'm getting. So like I said, you're going to need a lot of bravery for this change, because it's going to be very, very different. It's going to make you feel like you have never set foot on this, it's completely blank slate. Then you have this Nellis the Alchemist. Now Nellis, okay, talks of inner transformation, irrevocable change. So So even if you've had some experiences in this, or if you haven't, whatever it is, you are going to come at it from a whole new, fresh perspective. Okay, because for some of you, you might have experienced things that are a little, that aren't easily, how should I say this? That aren't easily connectable together. Like, they don't resemble each other all that much, but they resemble each other enough for you to have a footing in how you should proceed, right? But even if the whole maiden situation, as in you have absolutely no prior experience in anything whatsoever, is not the case, whatever it is, at some point, okay, you will come at it from a baby's perspective, and you'll be like, okay, I need to change the way I work, change the way I come at these situations, and because of that, you will be able to completely transform yourself and transcend, okay? Then you have Arval Parrot. Now, Arval Parrot talks of communication. And I feel like in order to allow you to better transform into what you need to be, alright, it is suggested that you communicate, because Arval Parrot talks of main communication. Now, in this case, I don't think it's communication with others, although it might be, but in this case, I feel like it's communication with your higher self. As in, what is it that you feel like you should do next? You know? Yeah. Your higher self. Because you are made up of 70% water. And water is a very conductive element. Now, don't quote me as this being scientific. It's not. I just think it's cool. But our thoughts, our emotions are all electrical currents. Well, not our emotions less, but our thoughts, are electrical currents. And what happens to electricity in the water, which is a very conductive element, it goes everywhere, right? I feel like this is going to be a bit long reading. But it goes everywhere, to every single cell in your body. And so it affects you completely. So I feel like that is why your communication with your higher self or with someone else are of utmost importance in regards to this project. Okay? Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me. Now, for the next set, you have the Ten of Winter. Now, the Ten of Winter, well, you have many cards, so I'm reading the whole thing. The Ten of Winter talks of the oh my goodness. Excuse me. The resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders, the end of an addiction or codependency. So burden is coming to an end. Yay! Then you have the King of Spring. Now the King of Spring is an innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical individual. I for a while, well, I have no problem with the word innovation, but innovative, as you can notice, I still have difficulty with it. Innovative is another thing, right? So the King of Spring is innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical. It says a financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. Amazing! Right? So the King of Spring could be a new person, or it could be something that you are embodying. But whatever it is, excuse me, but whatever it is, alright? But whatever it is, okay, it's gonna lead to change. It's gonna lead to you changing the way you're looking at the situation. Embrace your uniqueness, a temporary pause in action. Yep. While you do what? While you renew your convictions, while you review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgment of yourself and others, so that you can have a bright new future. Bright new future with the 10 of Pentacles, or 10 of Autumn, right? So this card says, take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family tradition. Yay! At that point, as you're planning for retirement and planning your next steps, right, I think a little fox or a sly person is gonna pop up and you're gonna be like, oh, you're out of my will. Oh, hell to the yes. Right? Because the Five of Winter says, walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. Or maybe something in the will was not written correctly or something. But once you make that change, you'll be able to tap into the 9 of Summer energy, which is the 9 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups is the singles card. Alright, it talks of wishes come true, dreams fulfilled, a magical time of life. What? Awesome! Everything is awesome. Lego movie. Everything is cool when you move to the beat. Everything is awesome. And the last card is the 9 of Autumn. 9 of Summer, 9 of Autumn. So you'll not only be emotionally content, but you will also be materially content. Because the 9 of Autumn talks of reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Haha! Awesome! Everything is awesome! Everything is cool when you move to the beat. Everything is awesome! Ay caramba! Lego movie. Lego my ego. I'm just sprouting nonsense at this point. Movie. Okie dokie. Alright, so the first card clarifying it. First card clarifying that mini deck, alright, is the Fawn. Now the Fawn talks of understanding the nature of nature, natural wisdom, natural magic. So you're understanding parts of it. Oh, I don't want to. So you're understanding parts of yourself that you didn't even know existed, right? The parts of yourself that will allow you to tap into the 9 of Autumn and the 9 of Summer. One of those is that you have become more appreciative for what you have already in your reality. Yeah. Then you have the Fairy Godmother. Now the Fairy Godmother, alright, talks of gifts, talents, grace, excuse me, and helpful lessons. So all these things that happen to you, okay, were all meant to help you become a better person, a better creator, a better attractor, a better something, right? Then you have the singer of the chalice. Now the singer of the chalice talks of trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. So the way I see it is that, alright, so you've got a gift, but you don't know what it is yet. You need to wait and see, is what is coming to mind. And so while you're waiting, you need to embody the bright mother's energy, which is creative. Like, instead of opening the box, you'll like shake it, you'll weigh it, you'll smell it. You know, you'll be creative and trying to figure out what it is. Now, so then after that, it's productivity, intimacy, and sheltering. I feel like the way you're gonna unearth what this is by being when I saw with the when I said productive was you have like a checklist and you're like checking things out, checking the methods of testing what's inside the box without opening the box. Is this for Christmas? Is it? I remember my sister used to love opening gifts before it was time to open gifts. She couldn't wait. She couldn't wait, right? Quite interesting. That getting someone who's like impatiently waiting to open their present. I don't know, maybe it's your birthday soon. And now for the third set, okay, you have the Two of Autumn. And the Two of Autumn talks of bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. Alright, I see. For some reason I thought of group work with this. I don't know why. You can multitask without working in a group, but I just thought of it, so I'm going to mention it. Then you have the Hermit. Now the Hermit is a Virgo card, alright? It says, find or be a mentor. Take a break from society, a commitment to your spiritual growth. Why am I yawning so much? To your spiritual growth. That make you feel a bit stressed because you have too many things happening at once. Maybe that 2 became 3 and that 3 became 4 and that 4 became 10. I don't know. See, it says stress that comes from having too many things happening at once. Having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking. Sudden events or changes. So I feel like you are able to like manage for a while until you couldn't. And the thing that went overboard, alright, was falling in love or making a serious commitment to someone. Forgiveness and the resolution of a problem. Don't give up. Your relationship can be healed. But in this case, I feel like it's a relationship with all the things that you're doing. So if you... Yeah. It's all the things that you're doing, instead of losing faith and losing interest. Check to see if you can heal the relationship with that thing, with that project, in order to see if you can move forward with it still. And the cards clarifying that are the Dark Woman, which talks of unconscious powers and wisdom, rituals, mysteries, secrets. What is it? Unconscious. Well, unconscious. Yeah. Unconscious powers. Well, whatever it is, it's going to be unconscious. That 8 of Spring, what you're doing while you're in the 8 of Spring, that multitasking, it's, you don't know how you do it, you just do it. It's unconscious, is basically what I'm getting. Next you have fairy guide, excuse me. Now the fairy guide to me is direct guidance, direct communication with fairies. This is what I get intuitively. And at this point in time, nothing's coming intuitively. You have way too much on your plate. And then you have way too much on your plate. And then the relationship. It doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. It could be like a work relationship or whatever. But that was like the last drop that made the glass overflow. And what made the glass overflow was this singer of connection, the spiritual connection that you are having. It's just like, whoa, what is this? I am not equipped. Excuse me. Ish. No. Excuse me. What I was gonna say is that I'm not equipped for this type of stuff. I'm not equipped. What is happening? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not equipped. Not that I am not equipped, but currently I feel overwhelmed. Interesting how that happened exactly as nay. Are you overwhelmed? Am I overwhelmed? What is happening? No. You know what? F it. Excuse my language. Excuse my French. So, it's the singer of connection, right? Where was I going with this? So, this Two of Summer, which is the Two of Cups, and you're like, it's a spiritual connection, and you're like, what do I do with this? I'm kind of confused. What is going on? What should I do? And you're how should I say this? Your perplexity, the fact that you're perplexed at how to, continue, is what is making this take its time. Yeah. Though I feel like the reason why it's taking time. So for those for whom So for those for whom you've healed, the issue might be from the other party. For those for whom you have not healed from, I don't know, like old relationships or whatnot, that might be the reason why it's taking time. Okay. Then you have He of the Fairy Sword in reverse. Now, He of the Fairy Sword in the reverse talks of archetypal energy blocked. The male archetypal energy blocked. So you don't know how to move forward with this because, well, you're kind of, well, hello. Because you just don't know what to do. You're not sure. Right? Then you have Sylvanus. Now Sylvanus talks of truth cutting through deception and clarity. So, yeah. You don't know what to do with that, but something is going to happen that will give you truth, that will help you see what is happening in reality, okay? Then the next card, alright, is Himself. Now Himself, alright, talks of natural law, shamanic powers, life force, and magic. Yes. Yes. Life force and magic. So this connection is going to be magical, is what I'm getting. Now for the last set, alright, you have the world and the King of Summer. So remember how I had that vision of someone waiting for someone else at the airport? Maybe that is why someone's coming in from a long distance. They are going to travel to you, or you are going to travel to them. Because the World card talks of a brilliant success, the freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. It could actually mean travel, or it could just mean that something has completed, you have completed a cycle. Maybe you are finally ready for a relationship, or you are finally ready for that job, or you are finally ready for that thing that you've wanted for the past, I don't know how many years, but kind of gave you the impression that it always eluded you. But now it's coming because you finished a cycle and you are attracting it into your reality. Next you have the King of Summer. Now the King of Summer, first of all, I'll show you the picture. King of Summer is an honorable, devoted, mature, and warm-hearted individual. It says a romantic partner you can trust, excellent advice that comes from the heart, getting involved in cultural or creative endeavors. Yee. Yes. So this might be you might be taking on these characteristics, or you might be attracting this person to your reality, right? And if you are, then awesome. Now the cards clarifying that are the Glenkener, which at the very end talks of clear sight. So you clearly see, because you have the world, and that, which means that you've completed a cycle, you clearly see what no longer works for you, which you see as a blessing, which is what the Soul Shrinker talks of. Yep. And that is why at this point in time you're taking realistic caution, because you're like, I'm gonna make sure that this is good for me before I jump in head first. Next you have the fairy who was kissed by the pixies. Now this is the happiest card in this deck, okay? So that means that what I just thought of is the fact that you're taking cautious but realistic, that you're taking realistic caution is what is going to allow you to tap into the fairies of the future energy. Yay! You are so happy. I am so happy. Yeah, I don't know if you've seen the Robin Hood Men in Tights movie, but when Maid Marian says I'm so happy, that's when I heard that is how I heard I'm so happy. But I don't do it justice, I'm sorry. I just don't. Then you have the fairies of the future, which talk of be here now, guidance forward moving. So when you're at that point, when you clearly see what you want, when you have been kissed by a pixie, right? When you have been kissed by pixies and you're like, oh my god, I'm so happy, I'm so happy, I'm so glad that I found you, and thank you, and thank you means merci. Okay, that was completely off key and totally, yeah, I was singing it wrong. In any case, basically, if you, on top of all those emotions, it is suggested that you be present in the in your current reality when you are feeling all these emotions, because while you are feeling all these emotions, it's awesome, it's great, it's grand, but there is some type of information that will be sent to you via your intuition or your angels and guides or your ancestors or what have you, but something is going to tell you how you should move forward, how you should proceed. Okay, and if you listen to those intuitive nudges, if you do that, you will be able to tap into your ecstasis, into the ecstasis card, which is the ecstasy and joy, rapture and motivation. You will be over the moon with joy. Yes. So, my gorgeous and fellow Leos, that is all that I have for you guys this week, for us this week. If you like this and if you like me to go deeper into your specific situation, please contact me at the email in the box below. It'll be my pleasure to assist. In that same box, you'll find a little description of this video and my prize. Now, like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell to be notified when I post new stuff, as well as leaving me a comment, because I adore comments. I read them all. I might not answer all of them, but I absolutely read them all. And with that being said, my gorgeous and fellow Leos, I wish you guys all a very good week, and I'll see you next time, okay? Bye!